bonsai grinders, C3, cobras, Miyagi-Dos, and eagle fangs, and anybody and everybody else out there who might be watching, listening, sitting around with a friend. It is Monday, April something, I don't even remember now. And oh, what a difference a weekend can make. Had some ups and downs this weekend, mostly pretty good. I think I said on Friday a little bit that Thursday I was kind of irritated. Nothing went right, didn't go smoothly, that kind of thing. Friday was definitely better. The workout really helped. And best of all, Sunday, we actually went to church. Now, we haven't missed church since this pandemic all started going on and all that, because we were able to watch it on Facebook Live. And we have continued to do that until this past Sunday, where we finally attended in person. And it felt so good to get back in there. Wife has gotten both her shots now, so she's feeling better about being out in public. Her main concern is not wanting to spread it to her father. And I'm sure some people will say, well, this shot doesn't help you do that, whatever. She wanted to get the shot. Makes her feel better, thinking that she can't pass it to her dad. Good enough for me. But anyway, we actually went there. And I cannot put into words just how good it felt to return to the sanctuary, sitting there, and experience church live. It is different than watching it on TV. For all the comfort that provides, you know. Our church is pretty casual on what you wear. But I would not go in there in my pajamas, bare feet, sometimes without a shirt. But I can do that at home. So there is a comfort factor watching church at home, but it does not compare to the experience of being there. And I'm so glad we did, because it was a message I needed to hear. And I'm going to bring up, you're getting 2 for 1 today. Today is such a special Monday. Not one, but 2 passages. And first, we're going to go with what we went over in church. Let me pull it up here. The believers form a community. All the believers devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to fellowship and sharing in meals, including the Lord's Supper, and a prayer. A deep sense of awe came over them all, and the apostles performed many miraculous signs and wonders. And all the believers met together in one place and shared everything they had. Sold their possessions, property, and shared the money with those in need. They worshiped together at the temple each day, met in homes for the Lord's Supper, and shared their meals with great joy and generosity, all while praising God and enjoying the goodwill of all the people. And each day the Lord added to their fellowship those who were being saved. And that made me think that this is my way of doing that, sort of. Long time ago, Pastor Todd put out that they were looking for people to do I groups, which at the time I was associating the I with like iPhone. Everything's an iPhone, iPad, iHop, whatever you got. So I was thinking something online. I thought, people like working out and getting in shape. And some do. Typically they don't at 4 o'clock. But in church yesterday, Pastor Todd even brought up this little group. And that put a smile on my face. Still haven't had anybody ask to join. But he brought it up, and that was nice. And he made some jokes about it that actually made me laugh. One of which was, he said he gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do it, which is why nobody joins him. That's true. Except now I'm getting up at 3:45 because I felt like I needed the extra 15 minutes just to get myself up and going. I don't jump out of bed and run down here all excited like it's Christmas morning. I am half zombie. And that's why I like to do the walk for a while. Because it wakes me up, it gets the blood going. And then I do my pre-workout, which is with some bands. That really gets me going. And then, as you can see, by the time I film that third set, I'm pumped up and ready to go. But the actual, the second devotional for today, which this is what comes up on April 12th if you look in Tony Dungy's book, The 1 Year Uncommon Life Daily Challenge, says, a word of the example. And this is a potential. Mondays are always potentials, the way it works for us. And it says, imitate God, therefore, in everything you do, because you are His dear children. Live a life filled with love, following the example of Christ. He loved us and offered Himself as sacrifice for us, a pleasing aroma to God. Ephesians 5:1-2. The other passage was Acts 42, and I don't remember the actual numbers after that. But if you're going to do it, you got to do it right. We've all heard that. We know it. If you go through it half-hearted, it's not going to work. And I think I will admit that on some of the devotionals, I've been doing it half-heartedly. I read it like the day before and let it percolate in my head what I want to say. Sometimes that works, sometimes it don't. But I need to put more effort into it. And this just dovetails nicely with my opinion on what this whole experience, what this whole thing is about. And that is sharing the message of God with somebody who might need it. Now, I don't think anybody in the church really needs my help or to hear what I have to say, because they're getting their weekly fix from the actual pastors who know what they're talking about. But I also put this on YouTube, and that's where someone may get something out of it. Hasn't really happened yet. That don't mean it won't. And I do the lifting and film that to be an example. Lead by example and show that you can do it. It just takes dedication. Some days are better than others. Some days you're going to have a real rough start. But it doesn't always matter how you start, it's how you finish. And that's the whole point of my devotional and everything today. One thing that really stuck with me as a kid was way back in grade school, probably 3rd grade, something like that. And I think I had to find a paper or something. And the teacher came and looked at my desk, and these were the old desks where they open up. And my desk was a mess. And she kind of got a little mad at me. Said something about, how messy it was. And she told everybody else, let this be an example of how not to be. Keep your space tidy. And that really struck a chord. Aside from the embarrassment of being called out in front of all the other students, I realized that I was wrong. And I never did fix that problem. I could see other kids with their desk were immaculate. Everything was squared away in there. All the books lined up, pencils, all that stuff. And I would try to do it. I would clean my desk out and try and do that. But it would not last. Eventually my desk would again look like the common junk drawer with just crap scattered everywhere. But I do strive to keep things in order. I know how much easier it is when you keep things tidy and ordered. But that is something I definitely struggle with. And that's why I try to lead as an example. Show the life you can live through Christ. And be an example that someone else needs to see. So, hopefully the positive example, not the negative one. Anyway, that's what I have for today. We are going to do a different workout. We're up to Eagle Fang 4. We got 11 exercises, 3 rounds. We're doing roughly 15 reps, 10 reps, 5 reps. So we start with high reps, low weight, move on down to low reps, high weight, and we'll see what happens. Because these couple different moves in here, we're going to be doing push-ups, more wall sits. I think it's going to be a good time. So, that's all I have to say for now. I'll see you in the back cave in just a few minutes, and we'll get our sweat on. Alright. Bonsai. Bonsai. Welcome back, Grinders. C3, Miyagi-Dos, Cobra Fangs, Cobras, Eagle Fangs, and anybody and everybody else who might be out there. We are up to the 3rd set of 3, thankfully. Changed things up. It's a new routine. I'm doing 3 sets, like I said. The first set is lighter weight, 15 reps. Second is medium weight, 10 reps. This 3rd and final set, heavier weight, 5 reps. And I gotta tell you, I'm feeling some burning already. So this has been good. It's been a good change. I do eccentric mode on the first set. If you have a tonal, you understand what that means. If you don't worry about it. It's not going to apply to you anyway. On the 2nd and 3rd set, the 2nd set I have Smart Flex, just try that out. And here on the 3rd, I've got Smart Flex and Spotter, just to see what that does. So I am already whooped, but I'm going to knock this last set of 5 reps on everything out and go about my day. So let's pop the buds in and commence to grinding. Alright, we of course sped this up, and I'm only doing 5 reps, so it's not going to take me very long to get through this. But we start off with deadlifts, bicep curls, bench press, skull crusher, and seems like there's one more. But anyway, I'm doing all bar moves, then all handle moves, and then a couple body weight moves. Like I said, 3 sets. We're doing 15, 10, and 5. We end with push-ups, in which case we do 15 incline pushes, 10 decline pushes, and 10 regular push-ups. And then we do 45, 30, and 30 seconds of a wall sit. And that's the whole thing there. That was what we just did with the skull crushers. Oh, that's right. The last bar move is the pull-up. Doing pull-ups here. And yeah, this thing can really kick my butt. It took me almost an hour to do it, but it's the first time I'm doing this routine, so it's new. I'm getting used to the movements and everything. And I took a little bit of a break. I can tell you, even with the light weights, when you do 15 reps, you get a burn. And I got a feeling I'm going to have some serious DOMs come tomorrow. But that's good. That's what I want. The whole idea is to work the body, get the blood going, and kind of feel alive, which is what working out does for me. Okay, these are the 1-arm bench press, and I think you get a good pull on the
Bonsai. Welcome back. I know it probably seems like I didn't do much that third round, only 5 reps. But remember, I've already done 25 of each of those. And that last 5 is supposed to be heavy, so it has wiped me out. That took me about an hour. Of course, there were like 5-minute breaks in between each round, so 17,000 pounds, almost 18,000. We did do less than Friday, but this is a different routine, so one more thing to check. Strength score went down a whole point, so, but we're still up like 35% from first time we started, so good workout. I am wiped. Bonsai, have a great day, and we will see you most likely on Wednesday. Bonsai.